Hey girls, Maria Menounos here, author of the Every Girl's Guide to Life. Want to know my best tips and secrets for organization, travel, weight loss, beauty, fashion, and everything else in between? Go to bing.com/Maria and pick up my new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, King Johnson.
California, this is AfterBuzz TV for Sister Wives. Tonight's host is Phil Svitek. Joining Phil will be AfterBuzz co-host Michelle Macedo. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Sister Wives news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, Melissa Macedo.
Yo, it's DJ Jesse Janity here with the remix to the intro.
What?
Because apparently,
Yeah, we had me hosting, we had Michelle, we had you somehow, then we went back to Melissa. By the way, Melissa's not hosting because she's in New York. I am not hosting because I know nothing of the show. Actually, no, that's not true. DJ Jesse and I did an episode of Sister Wives before, but I'm filling in, as necessary. And Michelle Macedo is hosting and not texting.
oh,
No, I'm looking up
She
shit
said,
about polygamy.
on her phone, she is.
Uh,
Phil will be taking the place of Michelle's twin sister, Melissa,
Yeah.
tonight.
Yes, so
That's kinda
here I
weird.
am, and here you are. So this episode was all
How
about...
did I get here?
Well, all right. Let's take a step back before we begin this whole episode. And really quickly talk about Maria's book. It's doing really well. It's called The Every Girl's Guide to Life. It's an A to Z guide to everything you'd ever need. And you know what? It is for guys, too. And I'm pretty sure in here you could figure out how to save your marriage. Even if you're in a polygamous... it doesn't speak specifically
But
to
you know
polygamists.
what? Cody should get one for each wife,
He should.
so they don't have to share it.
That would be amazing.
And then each of the daughters. Oh, why not the sons too? I'm sure
That-
they want to learn about women.
They should. And then the second thing is, I'm going to kind of let the cat out of the bag. We here at AfterBuzz... Yes. Yes. We're all volunteers. We have a voice. We are in the business. We are actors, producers. Some of us are publicists, musicians, publicists. We have an eclectic group of hosts, and we want to share our thoughts and opinions on all these TV shows from an insider perspective. And we do it on a volunteer basis. None of us get paid. In fact, Maria Menounos throws her own money into the network. And what we ask for right now is not for money. It's for more eyes and ears. So if you're a fan of this AfterBuzz TV show, The Sister Wives, or any other TV show that we cover, tell your friends about it. That's all we ask.
That's all we ask.
That's all we ask. Anyway, so that's all I have. Oh, and give us feedback if you want. info@AfterBuzzTV.com or tweet us at AfterBuzzTV. And, of course, there's our Facebook fan page, so go on there and like us and comment in on our wall or whatever. And, by the way, you can watch now. You can now watch the shows on our Facebook page. There's a tab that says Ustream Live, and you click it, and you can see our shows there on Facebook.
Okay,
So,
I've been trying to make up a song for info@AfterBuzzTV.com.
info@AfterBuzzTV.com. Yeah, what's
Oh,
up?
I didn't realize I was asking you.
All right. So this episode, we got Cody and the family need to move, and that because Cody could be, I guess, going to jail, right?
Yeah, Cody might be going to jail. They are now, out in public with their polygamous marriage, which it had one of the wives lose her job because of it. And all the wives are scared every time they see a police car, and they're all really nervous because it's illegal, and now they're on TV, and so obviously everybody knows. But the marriages aren't legal, meaning like it's not recognized by the country or the state, but they call it that, and that's like what they are identifying as, whatever. So the police have to do something about it. So the police want to come and arrest them. Obviously, that wouldn't work because these women, well, they rely on him, but mostly because I don't know if he makes any money or what he does at all, but the kids would need someone. So they're moving to Las Vegas because in Las Vegas, as Phil said, it's Sin City.
Yes, it is. Now, you know what? That's the A plot, and we'll of course get to that. But I also like I personally love the B plot more because it's more fun. It's Mary's birthday, and why not? It's 70 themed. It's a party. It's gonna be off the hook. But and it's not a downer.
Much like their birthday parties are. Tie-dye. There's a lot of tie-dye, right?
Yes, and it's very much in keeping with what the kids, they wrote sticky notes everywhere that says think positive or be positive.
Be positive, because they said they're tired of their parents being so negative about everything. Oh my God, get over it. You're just going to get arrested maybe, but we'll all survive as our own colony because now we are creepy and there's 21 of us. Also, they spent most of the episode in Party City. Or Partyland, or that store where they sell party supplies.
Well, that was the B plot, yes.
Yeah, the B plot.
Nice little plug for Party City. Where they throw amazing parties.
They do. And they sell 70s themed costumes, which they wore and were really ugly. Cody liked his. He said he felt sexy in it. Obviously.
Well, you know what? Again, I think at the end of the day, they were dedicated to what they were doing. They wanted to have fun with it, and they went with it all the way. And you know, I think every family has their quirks, and so why not? Everyone seemed to enjoy it.
They have a few more little quirks then.
You know what? I could point out a few Macedo quirks.
Whoa, let's get personal here.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Just going straight for it. I don't know if I want to know what you're thinking for that.
No, I'm just saying, like every like if you've ever tried to celebrate Christmas with another family, you're kind of weirded out. You're like, that's not how we do it.
Yeah.
So every family has their deal. And you know what? If throwing a 70s themed party brings people together, in a time of this crisis where you're trying to find homes in Las Vegas and whatnot, then that's your deal. I support that.
Yeah, I wish my Christmas deal was your Christmas deal.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep. But
great talking point.
Yeah, definitely. Don't we all? So,
this sounds like the sweaty ball segment from Saturday Night Live right now.
Well, I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
Sweaty balls.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I have.
I don't know what that means.
I can't remember the name of the talk radio show that it is.
What does that mean? Do we suck? What does that mean?
Clearly, if it was on Saturday Night Live, it doesn't suck.
Yeah, are you kidding?
National television. We'll just let you in on the joke after the show, Phil.
Yeah. I think
Excellent.
It's good to keep you in the dark. But so the main point is that they have to move, and they have to move in like 10 days or 7 days.
No, it's 10 days because that's when the semester will end for the kids, and it'll be easier to transfer the grades. And then luckily, the Las Vegas school system semester picks up right then.
But
afterwards.
that's
Or
the
a week later.
That's what they're basing it on entirely? I thought that there must be something legal for them to be so desperate.
Well, they know they have to move ASAP, and in fact, waiting those 10 days, or from what I got, was already a big inconvenience. But they were going to do it for the kids. The kids.
You have to do it when they comprise of most of the family. And I don't know if you watched this episode.
I
Phil,
watched this episode.
the
Yes.
Thrill. No, not this one. Another one, way back in the past. But each kid was arguing why their mother was the favorite of Cody's, a.k.a. God. And I just thought that was really interesting because now they're all throwing this birthday party for Mary. And I just wonder if the other wives, since it is complicated, since it is a polygamous relationship, if the other wives get jealous of that, or if the other wives' kids get jealous of that, or whatever.
They celebrate everyone's birthday, right?
Yeah, but they did a whole surprise party thing. They've never done that for anybody else.
Well, she happened to be out of town. It was just the circumstance.
Well, it's just, I'm just going to plant that seed. Is that
Well,
okay?
you know what?
Can you let it grow?
You know what? Whether or not I agree with polygamy is beside the point. Whether or not it works, fine, whatever. I personally I think we should be teaching people more of a group mentality versus what we have, or at least I believe, which is a very individual mentality of like me,
Like
me.
community and individual.
Yes.
That's how cultures have survived up until now,
Yeah, well, now it seems it's all about me.
Right. Well, now it is, but I'm saying like civilizations
Yes.
have survived on community mostly. So,
And
are
back
you
then, they
saying,
used to have polygamy.
well, not all way. I mean, not that polygamy was the reason for that.
You know what? You'll probably like this argument.
Oh, God.
What? Yeah, I'm saying you'll like it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so all those opposed to gay marriage are like, the definition of a marriage is a man and a woman, or a male and a female if you're smarter. Well, you know what? Has that been the definition of effing marriage? Huh? Let's go back a few hundred years when the definition of marriage was one man, many women.
Listen.
And
okay, marriage was...
I'm trying to argue for you. But do you not see that? I'm saying their definition is skewed because they're saying that's how it always was. That's how it was set in stone. And clearly that's not the way it was. And so times evolve. And therefore, you know what? Guess what? All of a sudden, yes, we had gays before, but they were too afraid to come out or whatever because of the times and things like that. Now, you know what? Just like the civil rights movement, they feel it's their time. And you know what? Let's adapt. So the definition used to be one man, many women. And now it apparently is one man and a female. Well, you know what? Now it can be amended again.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to help you with.
I get what you're saying.
All right?
Yeah.
Now, disprove me wrong.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Point one.
I gotta keep a fucking tally in there. Yeah, you're totally right. And it's so true. Things are always changing, and they're going to change, and there's always going to be haters of change. But I think that those haters probably just jacked off to gay porn a few times and really didn't like it about themselves. What do you think, Jesse?
Totally agree. Let me ask you guys a question.
Okay.
Do you think by putting this show on TV, if, let's say, this Big Love, and then this show is such a big hit, they throw a show like this on ABC, do you think that this opens the door for more people to say, hey, I want to do that, and it pushes us more towards a community of everybody will soon be a polygamist?
Well, that is,
That's
the
what-
argument to, for both. I mean, for gays,
Here's the thing. I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jess, or anyone else actually, it's not right. Even with television that portrays gay people, the goal is not to convert people to be gay.
Exactly.
That's not the goal. The goal is for tolerance.
They just will be gay. It's either hiding it or saying it out loud.
Yes.
That's exactly where I'm trying to go with
Oh,
it.
yeah.
But we've had many callers on other shows feel that by putting this, and I know even people in my life, by putting these type of things on TV, it's trying to brainwash our society to accept it, and then by accepting it, we become it.
Yeah. Well, if it's on our TV, then we've already become it. Because that's how everyone gets the information anyway.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think. I mean, I've now seen. Well, as we've been watching, or I have been watching, Glee has a gay character.
Is that why you've been singing around the house more often?
I know.
Yes.
Such a beautiful voice.
Well, we know
Voice of an
Ryan
angel.
Murphy, yes, Ryan Murphy, the show's creator, is openly gay, and he made it a point that one of the main arcs of the season is that the Kurt, the gay character, would sort of evolve and come into his own. And then we had Shameless, where there was a gay character, and I forgot where I was going with this.
But you're right.
But the fact is, it didn't, like, I'm not about to be converted.
Well, yeah, that doesn't turn you gay.
I just respect the fact that they have voice on TV.
Right.
I think in many ways, sort of becoming standing even more so. And,
Yeah, because now it's not, hopefully now it's not so much of a like, oh my God, you are a mutant freak if you're a gay person and in front of me because I never see people like you, Mm-hmm. But, if we're just basing it on the argument, it's true. And with polygamy and gay people, and you're right, this is me also agreeing with you, but there was no label for it until later on. It's not that people were like afraid or anything. It's just like what used to happen long time ago is like men would mess around with men and men would mess around with a lot of women, like watching the Borgias and stuff. So it's like the only issue with it today is that it's just become this like us and them thing, which I think is how they feel in this show.
Let me clarify just one thing. She said the Borgias, which is a show that Michelle is a part of for AfterBuzz, and that is a Showtime show. So that is, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to clarify because I hate when people just throw in random things and then you're like, what does that mean?
I get it that you hate that I did that.
No, I'm just clarifying for our listeners out there of what you meant.
Okay.
Anyway, let's get to the struggle of trying to find this home. Obviously, the goal is we got to find a home for 4 wives, right?
Yeah, and it's got to be ugly.
Okay. Yes. But aside from that, what we've come to learn is that is very tough in Las Vegas. Nobody really has that sort of circumstance. What do they say? 16 bedrooms they need?
Yeah.
How many, Jess, back east, how many bedrooms do most houses have? I want to say like 4 tops.
That's if you're like pretty well off, right?
Well, so I'm from Connecticut. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'd say middle class. Yeah, roughly 4.
So there you go. What were you thinking?
But you know,
1?
What else?
2 bedrooms. I don't know.
But what else I've noticed is architecture from East Coast to West Coast is totally different.
Yes.
And even though out here in LA it's very similar to New York, but Connecticut, Massachusetts, they can fit some bedrooms in some houses.
Yeah. And it's an older style of architecture, which is something that I really loved about the East Coast, because here there's a lot of like retro 70s, but that's true. Here's so much more spread out. It's like we don't.
Well, here's what I will say about the West Coast. It's a positive. Because everything's so sort of brand new, you don't have to, like, how many times...
air conditioning?
No, in Boston, you'd have to sign a lease that says, like, you won't eat the paint chips because it could be poison because it was, like, from the 1910s.
Yeah.
Like, really, dude?
It's like you won't have a kid that will eat the paint. Like,
and then the electricity is still haywire because it hasn't been looked at since the 1902.
No, I lived in an apartment where I had to light underneath the stove to get heat.
Yes, so obviously less of a problem in Las Vegas. However, the whole 16 bedrooms, not really going to happen. I mean, honestly,
No.
I've never even heard of, unless it's like a mansion.
Like, unless
I mean, there's celebrities that I know that don't have 16
no, I
bedrooms.
know. That's the thing. 16 bedrooms, it's like, yeah, mansion. That's like a castle or something. Like, that's insane. That's, okay, a 4-bedroom house times 4.
Here's the thing, right? It is my belief that it's really up to you how many bedrooms your house has. If you want to convert your living room into a bedroom, it's a bedroom.
Right.
I totally agree with you. Living in New York and knowing some people in Chinatown in New York, they had, I would probably say, I've probably been in a couple apartments that had 16 bedrooms. It's all what you make it.
Yeah, totally. It is what you make it.
You know what? I would say, why don't, if anything,
put a shower curtain.
I don't know, like,
put the girls together, the guys together. Don't let them sleep in the same room.
You know what? So I guess they wanted to find, obviously, in close proximity, a much better option. But I'm still wondering, like, in what market can you find a house with 16 bedrooms? Jesse, start a search right now. We're going house shopping, you and me, right now. 16 bedrooms.
Hold on, you guys. I just thought of a really awesome new reality TV show, Jesse and Phil.
Yeah, I don't think
that would be such a good one. Or it'd be like Buzz and Rex.
As awesome as that sounds, knowing business, that would be a horrendous reality show.
No, everyone would learn to love you.
All of the 3 people that we would get to tune into the show. But thank you.
Well, 1, 2, Buzz and Rex. That's 5.
Great. Anyways, the Utah market, or not Las Vegas market. So I love the idea of polygamy central or polygamy circle as it was more of a circle than a square or whatever. Yeah,
they wanted the same cul-de-sac. He said like polygamous. Like, I don't know. He made up some.
Which would have been amazing. How awesome would it have been?
They're like the kids could bike around and do their thing and play together in their incestual little world.
And they could play hockey in the street, and it would be their street.
And then they would have a normal childhood.
Now, let me say this, though. How intolerant is that?
What?
Where basically you refuse to play with other people and just have your own.
Well, that's why they started to, like, be homeschooled and stuff. They started to be homeschooled because there were so many of them that there was no point to, like, get on the bus that could only hold like them and then drive them to school and then like pick them up again. If there were so many kids, then, you know, just teach them at home. But if there are that many kids, then they're not going to get all the attention that they need on an individual basis. Like, I really want one of them to just do an interview or expose something. I know they're not trying to, you know, go against their parents or whatever, but I'm just really interested what it would be like to be that kid.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. It was interesting because I personally wasn't, I mean, they were kind of going through the pain of obviously trying to find this house. It was tough. And, you know, they made an offer, but it was refused. And it wasn't until that point where Cody cried, I was like, oh, geez. You know. That's when the emotion really hit me, because before then I was just like, okay, like.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah. But then I didn't shed a tear, but I wanted to deep down. No, I don't know.
Your face looked the same.
It did. That's how I always look. I never let my emotions show. Well, any last thoughts before we go to commercial?
No, I want them to find a house, just not near me.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be in Las Vegas, which is nowhere near you.
I don't know. Road trip to Vegas, AfterBuzz TV. Yes.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729. 256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
So, welcome back. Jesse, do we have any...
And now...
So as far as where we would have to move for a 16-bedroom house, they have a couple of them in Brisbane, Australia.
Oh, nice.
Or there's a 23-bedroom house with 27 bathrooms. In a place I've never heard before, Swan Lake.
Swan Lake.
But that's all they explain.
Tchaikovsky goes there. Huh.
Looks pretty, but... So yeah, 23 bedrooms.
Wait, where is it in the United States?
It does. It just says Swan Lake.
Is it a real thing?
No, it's legit.
You know what? There's okay.
That's so weird.
So, you know what? The Browns, right? That's their name, the Browns.
Yeah.
I just know them by their first name. Okay, the Browns. David Copperfield legit has an island called David Copperfield Island. Now it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Go there. Just saying.
Let's send all the polygamous family to the Magician's Island.
The Magic Island, where anything can happen.
Yeah. No, that'd be very cool. Jess, why don't you look up pictures and describe them to us? Meanwhile, we'll go on with predictions to something we didn't even get a glimpse of.
So do you think that they'll find a house? What do you think?
They have to.
Well, they might have to go in and maybe if they move there, I say maybe move there with like 2 houses or something, figure it out, but that would be a lot of work.
You know what? I'm going to sound so racist right now.
Oh my God.
Can I be racist?
Well, the fact that you just like said that before, now I'm going to think
all right, think of how many immigrant families like live together and they're a huge clusterfuck in one like studio apartment.
It wasn't even racist until you said clusterfuck.
How's clusterfuck?
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
That just made it sound harsh. Clusterfuck. It's just anyway. So yeah, I don't think that's. I mean, it's true. Both of our parents are immigrants. One of my parents are immigrants, and you know they had to make it work.
In a clusterfuck.
If you're socially lower class. Economically lower class, then you have to make it work. Or if you live in New York.
So, yes. First off, you know what? They should move to Maine. If you're listening, move to Maine. Here's why. Because you can literally, if you go to the northern regions, you can literally buy a town, I would say, for $5,000. That'll give you enough real estate to build a house.
No way.
Yeah. And you can name it whatever the hell you want. You can name it Polygamyville.
Wait, I want to do that.
Well, do it.
Well, I've never been to Maine, but
it's okay, can I give you the reason why you can buy a town there for $5,000?
Why?
Nobody wants to live there because it's so effing cold.
That's why they pay you to live in Alaska.
There you go.
So they're like, please, just live here.
Yes. All right, Jesse, what do we got?
So, I mean, I'm not going to lie, the island looks amazing.
Of course.
It's very creepy because one of the pictures has a picture of David Copperfield's face overlooking the island. He's doing this thing where, like, his eyes pop out like the bad guy from Roger Rabbit, and his mouth is open.
That's not okay.
But it's shaped like it's a whale-shaped. It's very large. I feel like David Copperfield performs.
Is it a man-made island?
It doesn't say that.
I believe so. And could you talk about how there's like a cabin overlooking the amazing water, and then there's a cabin out yonder
on the little island?
Yeah,
yes.
Out yonder.
But I'm doing some real estate search, and I found North Dumpling Island, which is owned by Dean Kamen, who is a Segway inventor, and he actually...
So he can segue around the island and really cut out walking from Evolution.
He ennobled himself as Lord Dumpling of this island.
Nice.
And it has a large house with multiple little houses around it, and I think that this would be a much more proper fit for them.
I think the polygamists need their own island, or at least a village in Maine.
Yeah, have you guys been to Hertz Castle?
No.
It is one of the most beautiful places in California, architecturally, and it's overlooking the ocean. But you should go there because they could probably move there.
Perhaps. Well, Jesse, why don't you take us out of here? I think we've pretty much covered this episode.
Mm-hmm. They're very short.
Yeah, they are. And again, I'm not a fan of the whole A and B plots, necessarily like how they kind of swap back and forth, but I guess it works. And obviously, the A plot is always more serious. Next week, we'll see what happens, whether or not they find a home. For Cody's sake, so he never cries again. I hope they do.
He cries a few times.
Fair enough. Well, we'll be back. Actually, Michelle will be back. Melissa will be back. And Nathan will be back.
Next week.
That's right. Tune in. Same time.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.